Hello guys and welcome to the channel, and today I have for you a review Game of Thrones episode 6 season 8 titled No Fun. At first I have to mention this is the most exciting episode so far, if not the best episode. A lot of crazy shit happened, so let's dive into it and discuss the happening so far. This is action packed episode, so just be careful for the spoilers. First, we start with the scene with Lady Crane doing the most realistic version of Red Wedding when her beloved son Jeremy died. Literally, you see all those emotion panning out of her face. I mean, she did rehearse her scene very well this time. So, because we knew from the last episode she was doing some really crappy acting, and the crowd were booing her. So this time is a nice change, a nice improvement in the acting department. Next, we jump to the scene at the backstage where the Arya is bleeding, and Lady Crane saw Arya and took care of Arya's wounds. And boom, we got our answer that we were speculating for two episodes, that the Lady Crane is actually Lady Stoneheart. Once we can notice from her motherly care and love she has for Arya. This is a big spoiler from the book. Just be careful, Lady Stoneheart is also in the books in Bravos. Last time she was mentioned at the Iron Banks, asking for the loans and to build her army against the Tullys who betrayed her and her family at the Purple Wedding. This is not a surprise, as you know from the book reader. The same stuff happened in the book 4, A Feast for Clowns. But seriously, you can see that it's a face resemblance between Catelyn Stark and the Lady Crane. So, come on, guys, it's obvious. The next scene we have for Mr. Xander Clegane, aka Mr. Hound, aka Lost and Found, and he is asking this helpless man for a blowjob. As we know from the last episode, Mr. Hound is having time of his life, partying, drinking, orgies. But a few gentlemen on the horse asked to stop because they have trouble sleeping and the music was so loud. But the Hound and his best friend denied, and they were having party and having drugs severely. And now everyone is passed out. Soon, the Mr. Hound needs his daily dosage of mouth fucks, because we knew these mouth fucks were keeping him alive so far. Further in King's Landing, this humble Faith High Sparrow sends his few good men to ask for Lady Olenna Tyrell, and because she haven't answered his love letter from the last episode, he's all nervous after expressing his undying love for Lady Olenna Tyrell. But here we see the commitment for the Cersei. Cersei has true to her words, to her promise to protect Queen of Highgarden, and she says to the Faith militant that they have to pass her dead body to take the Lady Olenna. This is the acting department. Is the scene was awesome. You have to see this. The things we have to see the next, what happens at when the High Sparrow faces heartbreak, because Lady Olenna, we know that she's not going with the High Sparrow because he is a Targaryen, and she denies to marry a Targaryen from the very early age. All those high tales and the game he played to pursue his pure and pious love for Lady Olenna will be wasted, I guess. And I'm sure he will be turning an enemy to the Cersei, and some bad shit's coming soon. The next scene is a spectacular view of Hornhill, and the Sam Tarly's father is holding the castle against the Lannister army. The Lady Brienne and Patrick arrives there, and Brienne asks to meet Sir Jaime Lannister, but Patrick sees sense something fishy here, and he warned not to talk to Sir Jaime. And then the boom, in the next big death of the season, the Patrick got attacked by a faceless assassin, and he was choked to death. This is again a great change from the book, because Patrick is died in the first season with Ed Stark. But I really give the huge congratulations to the show writer for keeping the Patrick storyline very fresh this far. But this made Brienne very angry, because Patrick was love of her life and they were planning their future for seasons. But she knew the Tarlys, the Lord of Lone is behind this killing, because she remembers how he hated her for her courage and her for the manly qualities. So she once aspired to be Tully, and now she's an enemy to him. So he asked Jamie to help her to take revenge from the Tarlys, but Jamie denies because they were good friends now. The next scene of the King's Landing, the wise King Tommen declares the bowls legal in all seven kingdoms. So we saw the Clegane Bowl having food from the bowl last episode in River Run, but we have yet to see the Clegane Bowl in King's Landing. So far, we don't know what Clegane Bowl is. The Clegane is his ancestral eating bowl of House Clegane, hidden within the mines of the King's Landing. And the Maester Qyburn whispering in Cersei's ear that he might be having some clue regarding the bowl location. Because Cersei is getting weak and she needs a giant bowl to feed her and regain her strength for upcoming trial by orgasm. The next scene of Tyrion and Melisandre welcoming Greyjoys and their ships in Meereen, and finally Dany has the ship she needed to sail to Westeros to fight against the Moonwalkers. You have to see the fire in her eyes, the passion to see all those Moonwalkers burning. I'm excited for upcoming season to see all this forthcoming action. The next thing we have to jump to Arya's running after stealing food from shopkeepers on the street of Bravos. And yeah, I know all these crazy theories regarding the Arya's personality disorder, or Wraith is Arya, or Jack and Jones is playing Arya. But we know that all these theories make good points, but nothing can be denied by the excellent show writing. So it turns out Arya fulfills her promise of killing Lady Stoneheart, even she knew that she's her mother. But in order to become the traveling salesman, she has to do it. And after killing Lady Stoneheart, Arya is back to Jake and Jones and declares he's finally understood the meaning of no fun. That's all for this week's episode. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe for more weekly episodes. Till next week. Ciao.